Hello everyone, it's Knoel from Noah's Nook, and today I'll be drawing Pidge from Voltron Legendary Defender for our Fandom Friday. Now if you haven't already, I hope you did take the time to read the spoiler warning, because I am going to reveal a small spoiler from the show, and that is Pidge's gender reveal, because through the first 3 episodes, she is pretending to be a boy when in fact she is a girl. So that's clarified, just so whenever I refer to Pidge, I will be using the pronoun she and her. And yeah, let's get into this. I started off the line art here with my Prismacolor Col-Erase, and this is in the gray. I don't really know exactly what the shade is called, but it is the gray tone, and I did find that whenever I was using the watercolors on top, it seemed to muddy the colors a bit, and it is because I did not decide to erase this. You will see very soon that I am going to use some Faber-Castell. I honestly don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It is a German company, and they make some pretty great India ink pens, and I have used them for quite a long time. But I am using them today because I wanted to kind of keep that anime-esque feel and have the really nice bold lines. And I found that I probably shouldn't do watercolor after I've done the line art, because then I have to go over the line art again, which sucked. But I really love how this turned out, and I hope you do too. The hardest part of the line art for me was getting the style of the character correct as far as the show is concerned, because I really, as much as I really want to do like a style swap at some point, I wanted to make this as close to her original character design as possible, and that meant getting her eyes pretty much spot on, which I did have a lot of trouble with them, but I feel like in the end I did get it, and I did get it right, and I'm like super excited about it. Also, her hair was actually really fun to do. Even though it's really swooshy, it's like crazy, and I just adore it. And so I had a lot of fun with that too. And I like that her glasses are not like obnoxious. I always have trouble whenever I do characters with glasses, because either they're too small and they obscure the character's eyes, or they're too big and they just take up a lot of space, so then I have a spatial problem. But her design is like super easy, because they only ever really show the under rim of her glasses, which is awesome. So that was really nice. So this is my first watercolor that I did in 2017. So Happy New Year! Also, this is the first drawing that I did using my new, I'm going to say Faber-Castell, because unless somebody corrects me, I don't know how else to pronounce it. So this is the first time I've been using some of the watercolor pencils from my huge Faber-Castell watercolor palette pencil set thing. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. So I used quite a few colors from that palette. There's so many greens. So I had more than just 4 greens to choose from when doing her jacket. And I had a lot of fun color matching. It was really exciting. Oh, and using the grays, guys. I have a lot of grays now. It was really exciting color matching for her and getting her just right. I feel like I did toot my own horn here, like I always do, guys. I feel like I did a really great job color matching. I think the orange parts could have been a little bit closer because they were slightly pink, I guess. But other than that, I am ecstatic with how she turned out. If I were to do this over again though, I'd have to say that I would want to make the highlighting a lot more visible. I'm not really sure. I didn't really do my usual highlighting that I do, because I really wanted to make this look like it came out of the anime. So I tried to keep the shadows as stark as possible. So I wanted to make them look like, you know, they were right off the show. So if I were to change something, I think it would maybe to kind of put a little bit of my style back into this. So I might draw her again. I absolutely love her, so I have absolutely no problem with drawing her again. Also, I feel like I could have made the shadows a lot darker in some of the areas, especially her jacket, because I only drew a small portion of it, only the top of it, because, you know, I use like little 5x5 cards whenever I draw, because it saves money, saves paper, so yay, and I get to draw more. So I think I would have done that more. And also when I was looking back on the reference images that I used, I noticed that her collar was a lot more floppy and not so rigid like I made it. So I think changing her collar would be good too. And also maybe using a little bit less of the burnt carmine in the shadow areas. I feel like for whatever reason, and I've said this before, skin tones for me are just not working out. I don't know why they're so muddy, or maybe I'm just mixing too much. I don't know. It's something I'm going to have to experiment with, maybe on a piece of scrap paper or something. Maybe I should have really erased the Prismacolor Col-Erase more. I mean, because I kind of just let it sit there. I didn't really do anything with it because it often disappears during the watercoloring too, but a lot of the shades I'm finding are mixing a lot with the water, so maybe that's the problem. But anyway, yeah, I loved how gradually she was kind of like not looking like herself, but as soon as I did the eyes, it was like, bam, there she is, there's Pidge. Overall, the kind of look I was going for with Pidge was, also, spoiler alert, she hasn't found her family yet, so I feel like this facial expression she's giving is kind of her finally getting to see her family again, so that was kind of what I was going for. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your comments and your likes and your subscribes. I love you all so much, and I hope you have an awesome day.